I never. Cheers. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Natasha?
Hey, good, 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 good. It's nice to see you again.
Same here, same here. I'm
I
excited.
know. I know. It was awesome connecting with you in Phoenix at the
It
the
w-
entrepreneur event we went to.
yes, that was a good one.
Yes, yes, and that's the power of networking. You always end up meeting some amazing people who can inspire you, and I'm really excited to have you today on our show, Inspiring Innovators. So, what we cover today is we cover 7 categories of overall wellness, from emotional, financial, physical, spiritual, environmental, social, and fun. So, I know you have picked some amazing topics, and I can't wait to dive in. So, you started as a veteran. So tell me about what made you want to become a veteran before you became an entrepreneur?
Well, let me actually scale that back, Natasha. I was an entrepreneur before I became a veteran,
Oh, okay,
um,
nice.
but I didn't have the power networking then. So anyway, what I wanted to do really is to always, I'm first generation from a family who migrated from Mexico. I'm the only male out of 4 siblings, so I got 3 sisters. They're all younger than me, and I was always on my own, and
Hmm.
because I was always on my own, playing sports, doing my own thing, I felt like we were taken care of. My parents worked hard, and I just wanted to give back to the nation. So I wanted to serve.
Awesome. That's great. That's great. And I can tell that, that experience has shaped you into who you are because you help other people, you know, invest in their mental health with what you're doing now. And, you talk about the power of growth. You talk about rebuilding oneself. You talk about all the obstacles that you personally faced in your life. So let's dive in to these topics and then figure out what really inspires you to do what you do. So, first topic, investing in your mental health. So, tell me one tip that you learned that showed you, like, I need to invest in my health. This is my time. I need to do it for myself. What was that moment for you?
So I would say that removing fear, really removing fear, the fear of what others portrayed me to be, and I say that from, I didn't want people to think that I was weak.
Of
So,
course.
removing that fear from me, especially again being first generation Hispanic, going through the military and being a frontline military occupational as an 11 Bravo infantryman. So, when I left the military and I transitioned to civilian sector, what is known as civilian sector or the common world, I realized that I was boxing myself in too much, and when I took a step back, I realized, you know what? I fear what others might think of me because I don't want them to see me from a stance or from a point of view where I'm weak, for not opening
Of
myself
course.
up.
Of course.
When I realized that, I said, "Oh wow, I got a lot of work to do." But when I removed that fear, I really opened a huge door for myself.
Of course. Of course. That's the thing about life. You got to step into out of your comfort zone so you can face those fears and live a more well life. And that gets
Absolutely.
into the next topic, the power of growth. So I know you went through your veteran life. You were raised with entrepreneurs. You were discovering who you were. So when was that moment when you were like, you know what? I see the growth. I see myself changing. My friends can recognize I'm growing. What was that moment for you?
So again, getting out the military and transition, that was like a second or third change in my life. So I was, my background being a residential contractor. I knew getting out the military, I wanted to get back into contracting, so I did that. And
Mm-hmm.
as I continue to grow in the commercial sector, I continue to develop my experience in the
Mm-hmm.
industry. I had plenty of people reaching out to me,
Of course.
and the military, the veteran community, also. I have a plethora of people, a large community that reach out to me, and I was always that person that they felt comfortable reaching out to for a lot of reasons. They trusted me. They knew that I could tell them very kindly the truth. I
Yes.
didn't sugarcoat nothing, and I realized at that moment, I'm like, wow, I should probably go do this and expand on it, not just take calls here and there, but actually put myself out there and help people
Correct.
that have been through what I've been through, help them remove those roadblocks that I personally have gone through, and assist them not having to make those same mistakes or hold themselves back, or help them remove that fear.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Sorry about the noise. I'm actually out sitting outside because sometimes we're so focused on we're inside our house, we're on our computers, we're like we're just getting stressed out. And my sister always tells me when you're getting into a stressful moment, step outside, feel the air, look up because sometimes we're so in our heads and we forget to think about there is another world outside, like look outside, look up. There's more things to your day than, you know, getting overworked about something so small,
Your sister's so right. I speak to a lot of people and I tell them, life is so simple.
Mm-hmm.
Even just grounding and stepping outside and soaking in the sun's rays and breathing and breath work and balance and that simplicity, 5 minutes outside, like to you, I'm a little jealous right now. I wish I was outside hanging out.
Hey, and the weather's getting warmer, so we got to take it as much as we can right now.
It's pool season right around the corner.
Yes, it is. Arizona, that's what it is. It's hot over there, but it's better in the pool.
Yes, that's why I came here. That's what brought me
Yes,
here, the sun.
yes. Yeah. Well, you came from California, didn't you?
So I'm originally from California, and the
Mm-hmm.
first 25 years of my life, that's where I was raised, and that's where I grew up and developed my young adulthood. But I ended up, joining the military, and then I spent almost 14 years in the state of Washington. And let
Oh,
me
wow.
tell you, you can
Wow.
definitely see the change in the lack of sun. So I'm
Yeah.
extremely happy being here. I love it. People are amazing here, and we gotta send some sun up there to the Pacific Northwest.
Oh yeah, I know. It rains a lot. My cousin lives there, and I remember when I went there in July, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have a thicker coat. It's so cold. So so yeah, but I mean, it's beautiful. It's green.
It's
I don't
gorgeous.
think there's never been, and I've lived in 4 countries and 3 U.S. states, but there's never been a perfect place. I think you learn and grow everywhere, wherever you live. And it's about finding your zen, finding what makes you happy, finding what drives you. Because you could be in the coldest climate or the warmest climate, but if you don't have joy within your heart, it's very difficult to accept the environments that you have or even enjoy the people that you're around because there's no love inside. Because if you don't love yourself, how are you going to grow? So I think that every place teaches you something about yourself
Yes.
and about others. And it's about allowing yourself to grow because sometimes if you don't allow yourself to grow, you feel stuck.
Absolutely. And that is the power of growth, right? Understanding your environment, understanding what every little bit does for you, how it can help you grow, how it can help you balance, stabilize. And it's about
Mm-hmm.
seeing that many times we get caught up in how we don't feel good or how something's not going our way,
Yep.
or it's gloomy,
Yep.
it's rainy, say talking about the
Yeah.
environment, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it can
So
pile on. It could pile on, but the
yes.
reality
Definitely.
is you have to focus on the good part, because like you said, nothing's perfect. Not every place is perfect, but we can make it perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. But either way, I hope that our audience can learn more about what we can do for them as coaches, that we can build them, and you can also find your own coaches to help you grow. There's so much opportunity out there to rebuild yourself. How much do you want it? How much do you want to grow? And that's what's important. So you could be at the bottom, but you can always build yourself up with time.
Yes, and to that, talking about coaching and mentoring others, I want to say that it really starts within yourself, and doing some introspecting, looking within, because you have to allow yourself to let others in, right? And
Yes,
without that, you really can't open up those gates to
yes,
grow, to rebuild, to
absolutely.
stabilize or create a solid foundation. So you have to really look within and allow others to help. We all
Yes,
need help.
yes, you
We
have
all
to.
need someone to rely on. We all need a team, and we all need someone to hold us accountable. It's
Of
not
course,
like we
of
need
course.
someone to tell us what to do. But the second we
Hmm.
allow someone to provide a piece of information that might be new to us, we
Hmm.
don't know. Sometimes we get so caught up in the word ignorant. And I
Yes,
bring that up because people take exception to being called ignorant. And the reality is, per definition, that's just not knowing. And we don't
yes,
know everything. We do not
yes,
know everything. So every day is an opportunity to learn. Every day is
of
an
course.
opportunity to educate. I tell people, don't let school get in the way of your education. So
Hmm.
you have to allow that in. You have to allow others to provide a little seed.
Hmm. Absolutely, and overcome those obstacles. One thing at a time, and one day at a time. Um, change and health grows over time as much as you invest in yourself and as much as you rebuild yourself and figure out who you are. Um, that takes work. So what inspires you every day to keep going?
So, I have to be, very clear that my legacy, which are my children. I see life through a specific lens where I'm put on this earth, on the physical realm, temporarily. Outside of the physical we transcend, but here I'm here right now, and while I'm here, guess what? I procreated, and so guess what I need to do? I need to take care of
Of
that universe, which are my children, and I
of
need to
course.
give them an opportunity to live this life as well, in the best possible way. So that
Hmm.
inspired me. They inspire me. My three children, my two gals, and my
Of
boy,
course.
every
Of course.
day, because I want them to know that anything and everything is possible. Anything and everything with love
Of
is
course.
possible. With
Of
gratitude
course.
is
Of
possible.
course.
And
Of course.
they are my
That's
source of
amazing.
inspiration. And treating people kind.
Hmm.
We
Yep.
make a sometimes we don't understand being nice and being kind. There's two
Yep.
different things, and I won't get
Yes.
into that too deep. But be kind and
Yes.
treat others, because we don't know what someone else is dealing with. We have no idea
Exactly.
what someone else is dealing with that day. No idea
Exactly.
why they cut us off on the road, why they cut us off on the
Exactly.
grocery store, why they gave us a mean look. You know what? Just be kind, because we want to try to provide an ecosystem where I want my children to be in an environment, in a society where there's
Exactly.
people that are loving and caring. So I got to do my part,
Of course.
and they inspire me to do that.
We all do. We all do. We got to come from kindness and empathy because you really don't know what the other person is going through. So if we can be more kind to one another, I think we would be a better and happier society. So thank you so much, Aldo, for being on the show today. If you want to know more information about Aldo, it can be found in aopathway.com, and you can email him to get coaching from him at aldo.ocampo@aopathways. He will be able to help you find the balance that you're looking for. So follow Aldo Campos on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Aldo Ocampo Official. Thank you so much for being on my show. It really means a lot. This episode will be on our YouTube and Facebook for anyone that wants to rewatch. And for more information, oh, the wind is out. For more
It's a
information
lie.
about what I do, go to www.oneselfconsulting.com. And there's going to be more episodes from us. So stay tuned and have a good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Aldo.
Good night, and thank you for having me. Appreciate
You're
it.